In this video, we are going to be solving two-step equations. And usually, two-step equations will deal with two steps. The first step will either be undoing with addition or subtraction. So we have to decide which one of those works best. And then the next step will be either undoing with multiplication or division. So let's do an example. Here we have an equation, 2x plus 2 equals 8. So we are going to split this equation at the equal sign. And then we have to think about what undo moves are. So are we going to undo with addition or subtraction? I see that we have addition in the problem. So that tells me that I am going to undo that addition with subtraction. And then I also see that we have 2 times x, which is multiplication. There is multiplication happening in between this 2 and the x. And we want to undo multiplication with division. So now that I have my game plan, I'm going to follow it. If I undo with subtraction, I need to subtract 2 from both sides. And I know I'm subtracting 2 because when I draw my box, I can see that inside my box I have plus 2 and minus 2, and that will cancel out to 0. Which will leave me with 2 times x on this side. 8 minus 2 is 6. Now I'm moving on to my next undo move. I had decided that I need to undo with division. So I am going to divide both sides using my division bar by 2. And again, if I have done this undo move correctly, I should end up with the same number on the top of a division bar and the same number on the bottom of a division bar, leaving me with 1x, or x. Equal sign in the middle. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And now I'm going to check my work. So I want to check to see whether x equals 3, which means I need to replace the x in the equation with 3. Remembering that this is actually 2 times x, that will make this 2 times 3 plus 2 equals 8. And my question is, are these two sides the same? So first I'm going to do this multiplication, which is 2 times 3, that equals 6, plus 2. Does this equal 8? Now I add. 6 plus 2 is 8. Does that equal 8? Yes, it does. I have two sides that are the same. So that tells me that my solution x equals 3 is correct. Okay, so here's another two-step equation. And I see that this is x divided by 8 minus 2 equals 1. Before I start, I'm going to split this at the equal sign. And now I have to figure out what my undo moves are. So my first step, will I undo with addition or subtraction? I see that there is subtraction in this problem. So that tells me I need to undo the subtraction with addition. And then I also see that there is division in this problem. So if it's division, I need to undo the division with multiplication. So now that I have figured out my steps, I am going to use them. First step is to add. I am adding 2 to both sides. If I have chosen the numbers correctly, I should end up with a box here that has 2 opposites that will cancel each other out. And I see that I have that. This will cancel out, leaving me with x divided by 8, equal sign in the middle, 1 plus 2 is 3. My next step is multiplication. So I am trying to get x by itself. And if I'm trying to get x by itself, I need to get rid of the 8 that's here at the bottom. So I'm going to multiply by 8 on both sides. And what that does is it cancels out these 8s, because what we essentially get is an 8 on the bottom and an 8 on the top, which will cancel out to 1. So that gives me 1x, which I can write as just x. 3 times 8 is 24. So this is my solution. Now I need to check. Okay, so I am checking my solution of x equals 24. I am going to take this 24 and plug it in as x into my original equation. So I have 24 divided by 8 minus 2. Is this equal to 1? So the first thing I want to do is this division. 24 divided by 8 is 3 minus 2. Is this equal to 1? 3 minus 2 is 1. Is this equal to 1? Yes, it is. Both sides are the same. That tells me that my solution is correct.